Hello everyone, welcome back to another video with On Point Politics, and today we're going to be looking at the latest poll from Rasmussen Reports, a very accurate national pollster, and seeing what results they would produce from their weekly poll. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. And so, looking at their crosstabs, we see that Donald Trump is winning with whites by about 7 points, losing blacks by 38, basically winning Hispanics by about 10. That's pretty impressive. And he's only losing other voters by a single point. He's up with independents by about 5 points. He's kind of closing the gap between the moderates. He's doing fairly well with non-college as well. And looking at employment, he's doing pretty decent with private workers and somewhat competitive with entrepreneurs. I really don't think Harris is winning that group. Right now, Donald Trump is actually doing the best with government workers, which is kind of interesting, actually. And right now, we clearly see that even with males, Trump is up by 9, which is an improvement from the previous cycle. And females, only Harris up by 6. That's a huge improvement. Donald Trump closes the gap between 18 to 39-year-olds, does way better with 40 to 64-year-olds, but does lose some ground with plus 65, which is fairly interesting. And looking at the racial breakdown, we do get something that is pretty similar to what we've gotten before. And right now, they basically wait for a D+2 electorate. So if they're off by 2 points in their electorate, they may actually end up getting a better result than expected. But right now, we're going to look at what their map produces. I plugged in their racial, gender, education, and age demographic margins into 538, did one map for each group, and split it up and combined it. And now we are going to fill out the map. So to look for the safe Republican states, we got Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, as well as all of Nebraska, except the 2nd Congressional District, Kansas, Oklahoma, as well as Alaska, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Missouri, and West Virginia, as well as the state of South Carolina. Looking at the safe Democrat states, we have the state of California, D.C., Hawaii, Maryland, Massachusetts, and the state of Vermont. We can also look here, and we also see that the state of New York is also in the safe Democrat column as well, bringing Harris to about 113 safe electoral college votes. Looking at the likely Republican states, we have the state of Ohio at 13 points for Donald Trump. Same thing for Iowa as well. And looking at Florida, we roughly have about a 10-point margin there. And looking at the state of Texas, that is about almost a 14-point win there. And so Donald Trump is closing in, and Maine 2nd is going likely Republican too. So that is definitely closing in right now. And North Carolina is about an 8-point lead for Donald Trump, which puts him at 235. Georgia in the forecast is also an 8-point victory, including the state of Arizona at 5.6 percentage points, which puts Donald Trump on the brink of 270 electoral college votes. Looking at Harris's likely states, we have the state of Washington, state of Oregon, as well as the state of Colorado, which comes in at just 7 points for Harris. Looking at the state of Illinois, it's exactly a 10-point win. Maine's first is about an 11-point victory in the state. Looking at the state of Connecticut, we do have about a 14-point victory there, 12 points in Delaware. The state of Rhode Island is fairly interesting because that one actually is exactly above 15. And the state of New Jersey is just an 8.5-point victory in the demographic model, leaving these states up for grabs in the general election. Looking at the lean Republican states, we have the state of Nevada right now going to Donald Trump by 4.3%. We also have Wisconsin at 4.3 percentage points, putting Donald Trump above 270. Looking at the state of Michigan, we have a 2.7 percentage point margin out of there. And looking at the state of Pennsylvania, a 4.5-point victory is on the horizon, bringing Trump to 312 electoral college votes. New Mexico is a 3.5-point win for Kamala Harris. Virginia, a 2.6 percentage point victory. The state of Minnesota, a 1.9 percentage point win is there as well. Maine at large, for some reason, is actually likely Democrat, which I find kind of interesting. Probably the white votes shifting it to the left by a very tremendous amount. But looking at New Hampshire, that one is actually in the lean Democrat column. And Nebraska is 2nd we do see is a narrow victory for the former president. So when we're done filling out the map, Rasmussen Report's latest national poll, based on their demographic margins, does have Trump winning 313 electoral college votes to 225 for Harris. Clearly, Donald Trump has made gains since 2020, has improved with white working class voters nationally, and also has improved with Hispanic voters as well. That's why he's doing so well in the Sun Belt as of right now. And looking at the Rust Belt, he has lean margins of victory, which is absolutely insane to see how much Donald Trump is outperforming in the Rust Belt compared to the previous election. I suspect Iowa and Ohio to be over 15-point wins for him, but we will see as the election comes up. But more than likely, I expect that to be the case as well. And so that is essentially it for this video, guys. This is a accurate national pollster that tracks every single week. They also release their own daily poll tracker. So essentially what they do is they go ahead and look at the results they put out every single day at night. What they do is they collect results every day, and then they do basically a 5-day business day average, and they basically average that out to get the result. And Donald Trump right now is up by a point in their latest poll. As of right now, we see Donald Trump at 47%, which is what he got in 2020 to Harris's 46%. About 3% is some other candidate, 3% not sure as of right now. Make sure to hit the like button and to subscribe if you want more content just like this. Again, accurate national pollster, Biden plus 5.2 percentage point margin. Make sure to comment down below to help out with the algorithm, and follow me on X at onpointpolitics and all lowercase. I will see you guys in the next video.